authentic to who you are, everything else will fall in place. People are gonna love, they're gonna hate, but you never know who's watching.
Everything I do, I want it to be as original as it can be.
Somebody did it like this, I'm gonna do it this much iller.
Who comes back and rescues himself?
This was our moment to let people know how we felt as a team.
We've revolutionized this game with our influence.
Meanwhile, on Paramount Mountain.
Okay, we have the northern face, the southern face, and...
the Sylvester Stallone face. Of course.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Is that Dad? Yeah.
No, don't sneeze.
Dear God, no.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Don't do it.
Joe!
Ha! Gesundheit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've been investigating Ghostface attacks. He's here in New York.
Hello, Gail. Did you miss me?
You want to try and finish this? Go ahead.
I'm something different.
We've got to lure him in. We execute him.
Scream. Only in theaters March 10th.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a feeling that I don't want to feel again. That fight has taught me a lot, and I feel like I grew a lot from it.
Cool boy, Steph Stevens.
I hate losing, but at the same time, I do appreciate my losses because I know that's where you learn the most.
Vargas now up by 1 on the unofficial scorecard.
And the new WBC.
I thought I won that fight. He's just trying to survive the rounds.
And just like that, it will not be the storybook ending that Mark Magsayo was hoping for.
I am more hungrier than before. Now, I'm gonna prove them that I'm still here. I'm the best of the featherweight division.
You overcome that feeling by getting back to the gym and going back to the drawing board, and that's what this game is about, Boxing, life in general is about getting back on your feet and go at it again.
Figueroa looking to reverse his fortunes here.
Performance-wise, I feel like it was a good fight. Good jump to 126.
The referee steps in!
I definitely feel more stronger, powerful, more complete.
I need to do my best. It's my dream to become a world champion. I need to get that belt again and bring honor to the Philippines and my country.
My dream was just to be a boxer and be crowned 2-time world champion and not going for my 3rd belt. It's everything that I've asked for and more.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Want to welcome you to Ontario, California. This is the official press conference for Figueroa versus Magsayo. I'm Brian Custer. I'm the host of SHOWTIME Championship Boxing. And on Saturday, May 4th, SHOWTIME Championship Boxing is making our first visit to the Toyota Center here in Ontario for a triple header of fights that we will be bringing you, brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions and promoted by TGB Promotions. The broadcast, well, we're going to kick things off at 6 o'clock Pacific time here in California. That's 9 o'clock Eastern. We're also going to be streaming our countdown show, and you can watch that as well. That will come your way at 3:30 Pacific time. That's 6:30 Eastern. We'll have some undercard fights there, and you can check those out on our Showtime Sports YouTube page. The main event, though, of the broadcast on Saturday features 2 former world champions fighting for redemption, both coming off of heartbreaking losses where they lost their world titles, both focused on regaining the strap, but at 126 pounds. This weekend, by the way, will be the first of 9 events coming your way on the Showtime boxing calendar over the next 4 months. And I'm talking about 9 events of high stakes, meaningful world title fights on this Showtime boxing schedule that you do not want to miss. Here in Ontario, we've got Brandon Figueroa, the Heartbreaker, former 122 WBC champion, 23 1-1, 18 knockouts, taking on Magsayo, the former WBC Featherweight champion, 23-1, and he's got 16 knockouts. This is the main event that comes your way on Saturday. And then the co-main. And the co-main features the return of Swift Jarrett Hurd, 24-2, 16 knockouts. The former unified champion is back. And he's going to be fighting 10 rounds, and he's going to be taking on Armando Reséndiz, 13-1, and he's got 9 knockouts as well. That will be the co-main coming your way on Saturday. But we'll begin the night with the battle of unbeatens. Amilcar, Vidal, unbeaten, 16-0, 12 knockouts out of Uruguay, taking on that young punching sensation in Elijah Garcia, 13-0. He's got 11 knockouts, be making his national television debut on Showtime Championship Boxing. Stacked card. Let's talk about it with the fighters, find out what we should expect. Let's start with the first fight of the night. Battle of unbeatens. Amilcar Vidal, Elijah Garcia. And Amilcar, I'll start with you. Were you surprised when you got the call that a young 19-year-old is the one who is challenging you, and a confident young man, because he's already talked about making a statement and getting himself a stoppage come Saturday?
Bueno, primero que nada, buenas tardes. No, la verdad que no, esto es un deporte de boxeo, hay que estar preparado para todo, pero como siempre lo dije, me fijo en hacer mi trabajo, hice un gran campamento con mi equipo de trabajo y me fijo más bien en salir a hacer mi trabajo el día sábado y listo.
Elijah, you know, Amilcar certainly has the advantage when you talk about experience. Just 19. Is this fight and this step up, is it a step up too soon in your career, in your opinion?
I wouldn't say it's a step up too soon. You know, this is something we've prepared for, you know, since I was 16. You know what I'm saying? So the whole plan turning pro was to win belts, and I'm 19 years old, and you know, we're aiming 21, 22 years old to fight for a world title. And you know, if this is the way I've got to go, then this is the way it has to be. You know what I'm saying?
It is national television debut, Showtime Championship Boxing. What's the statement you're looking to prove and put out there on Saturday night?
I want everybody to know that I'm not just an average 19-year-old. You don't see 19-year-olds taking these type of fights, and I'm here to make a big statement and you know, get the win in a fashionable way.
Amilcar, hey, look, he said he's looking to make a statement and get a win in a big way. What's your response to that? What is Amilcar trying to prove Saturday night?
Bueno, acá García dice que básicamente sos un obstáculo en su camino de querer ser campeón mundial por los 20, 21, 22 años y que él quiere mandar un mensaje con esta pelea y que no muchos tienen esta oportunidad y quiere que vos seas su trampolín. ¿Qué tenés que decirle para responderle y para que medio como que no sea grande, no?
Que voy a estar listo, estoy listo para el sábado. dar lo mejor. Entrené, como te digo, hice un gran campamento encabezado por mi técnico Bob Santos y todo su equipo. Y también es un sueño, cada pelea que peleo es un gran paso para mí y es un sueño. Y creo que el sábado voy a estar listo de principio a fin para si Dios quiere salir con la victoria.
You better be ready, because every fight that I fight is a dream come true for me. And I plan to make more dreams come true in the future. I had an absolutely awesome training camp with Bob Santos as my coach. They prepared me really well, and I'm ready to send my own message on Saturday night.
Elijah, your response.
I'm not a big talker. I'm here to, I'm not a big talker. I just let my performance speak for itself. He's a good opponent. I'm sure he did have a good training camp, but, he's not the only one. I'm more than prepared to go 10 rounds if it has to go 10 rounds.
Fantastic. Amilcar, we'll wrap it up with this because you talked about your camp, working with Bob Santos. Who isn't Bob Santos training these days, by the way? I mean, the man is like, he's got the magic touch with every fighter he comes in contact with. You were already a terrific fighter before you got with Bob. How different of an Amilcar will we see Saturday night now that you've been under Bob Santos' tutelage?
Has estado bajo la tutela de Bob Santos, un entrenador que anda con una racha impresionante de campeones. ¿Cómo ha logrado Bob cambiar a la Amilcar de antes para que sea la Amilcar de ahora que vamos a ver el sábado?
No, creo que es trabajo. Me mentalizo trabajar duro. Sabía a dónde venía, con quién iba a estar. Para mí es un gran entrenador y trabajamos, la adaptación fue muy buena y eso creo que es algo grandioso y bueno, como te digo, estoy listo y estamos listos para el sábado y tranquilo nomás.
I wanted to be focused on working hard, on giving the best I could. So I was well aware of who I was working with and what I was getting into. And it was great from the get-go. We adapted really well to each other. And the fruits of our labor are going to be, reaping on Saturday night. That's for sure.
That's the first fight of the night, folks, that comes your way on Showtime Championship Boxing. Then we get to the co-main. And, I said it before. It is the return of the former unified champion, Swift Jarrett Hurd, taking on a young up-and-comer in Armando Reséndiz, who is 13-1. He's got himself 9 knockouts. This is going to be one heck of a fight. Jarrett, I'll start with you. Man, it's been a long time since we've seen you. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, 21 months is the last time that we've seen Swift Jarrett Hurd in the ring. We've seen fighters who've been off for 11 months, fighters who've been off for a year, and they all say the same thing, whether they've won or whether they lost. You know what? It's been a long time. The rust kind of got to me. It's 21 months. How could that not be an issue come Saturday night?
Well, first of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for getting me here today. Thank all you guys for coming out. Thank you to TGB Promotions, Showtime Sports. And I want to really give a big thank you to Al Heyman. During this 21-month layoff, he's really been there for me from the passing of my father, and ever since I've, been signed with him, he's really had my back. So I just want to say a big thank you to Al Heyman, man, and everything he's done for me. But to answer your question, Brian, man, I just stay ready, man. Even during the months off, I had a lot of wars in the beginning of my career or towards the end of my career. So I think a break wasn't such a bad thing, It's been some tough fights with me, and having some time off to get myself together. Business ventures. I just moved out of my parents' house not too long ago, about 2 months ago, or 2 years ago. So yeah, man, getting the house together, things like that. The time off was well needed.
Fantastic. Armando, you heard Jarrett talk about, look, I've had some wars. This is no doubt a step up in competition for you, but do you believe that Jarrett Hurd is still that elite fighter that you've seen in the past?
No cabe duda de que esta pelea es un escalón que es un nivel más alto para vos de lo que has estado haciendo. ¿Pero crees que Jarrett Hurd sigue siendo el mismo Hurd que era en el pasado, considerando que lleva 21 meses de inactividad?
Bueno, él se ganó su lugar, fue un gran peleador. Yo digo que todavía es un gran peleador, mis respetos para él. Sin embargo, pues ahora nosotros queremos posicionarnos en un mejor lugar y nada, eso nada más con la preparación que hemos llevado y la disciplina que hemos tenido y pues las oportunidades que Dios nos ha dado.
Jarrett, you've earned your place. I consider you a great fighter, but I also know that I have to earn my own place, and I want to solidify myself in boxing just like Jarrett has in the past. So I know I have to work hard, and I thank God for being healthy, and if God willing, I can win on Saturday night and continue climbing.
Jarrett, I'm looking here at the record. It has been more than 3 years since Swift Jarrett Hurd has had his hand raised in victory. Why don't you tell us why Saturday will be different?
Well, I had some bad nights. To be honest with you, man, there's no excuses. The losses I had, they were split decisions. They could have went either way. But at the end of the day, I'm back at home training. I was with K. Caroma. K. Caroma's still my guy. He's not going to be in my corner on Saturday night, but he's still going to be in my corner every fight I have. And training out of town just wasn't a great thing for me. All the traveling, being away for 6 months. I had all my success being here back at home, in my hometown training, and now that I am back at home training with my new trainer Andrew Council, Andrew is we just match, man. He allows me to be myself, and it's almost like I'm where I was before becoming a unified world champion. I'm back being the guy that people didn't believe in. I'm back being the guy that has to go out here and prove each and every time why I got to where I was. I came in fighting on the B side. I had to go out there and beat some of the guys that nobody thought I would beat, and it's this time off made me fall back in love with this sport, man. How that Beyonce song go? She said, I feel I'm falling in love. Resendiz. I'm in the mood to fuck something up.
See, Jarrett likes to kill you softly singing. Throwing them digs, but he's singing it. Let's go to your opponent here. Given that, Armando, he is a guy that has always overwhelmed his opponents with pressure, and they've succumbed to that. How do you not succumb to that on Saturday night and get a victory?
El historial de Hurd dice que él abruma a sus oponentes con presión y que después los derrumba con eso. ¿Cómo tenés pensado evitar que Hurd logre su cometido y te presione a vos de la misma manera que lo ha hecho con todos sus oponentes en el pasado?
Bueno, estoy preparado para eso. La verdad que hicimos una gran preparación con mi entrenador Manny Robles y Edgar Jasso. La verdad que estamos preparados para esa presión. Y bueno, soy mexicano. Yo estoy listo para la guerra y a mí no me asusta ni me preocupa y encantado yo de darle un espectáculo a la gente.
Well, I was always ready for that because my coach Manny Robles and I have been tirelessly going through the lessons learned from the past fights to avoid falling into that pressure. And look, I'm Mexican, so I'm ready for a war. That's in my blood. So bring it on. I'm gonna be ready for whatever comes my way on Saturday night.
Love it. He's ready for war. Jarrett, at 160. We know what you've done at 154. Is 160 your weight? And you talked about the different trainer. Is this all a recipe for success for Jarrett Hurd?
Oh, yes. Hey, listen. I love 160, man. 154, I was making. Everybody thought I was a giant at that weight. such a breeze making 160, man. I just ate a meal before getting here, drinking water on the way to the weigh-in. I just love it, man. And 160 is a weight class I'm here to stay at. And I know he said he's coming with Mexican style, but he's Mexican. You know what they say, though. I got Mexican style, so it's going to be a war for sure.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And at the end of the night, they will be saying what about Jarrett Hurd?
They will be saying he's back for sure. They would say he's back, man. I'm not going out here looking for a knockout. I know I got a lot of cobwebs to shake off. It's been 21 months, like you guys said, but I'm not going out here to have a certain type of performance. I just want to dominate.
Armando, at the end of the night, they're going to be saying what about Armando Reséndiz?
Armando, cuando termine la noche, ¿qué va a estar diciendo la gente y la prensa sobre Armando Reséndiz?
No, bueno, primero que nada, pues espero darles un buen sabor de boca, dejarles una gran pelea. Y nada, vamos a dejar que las cosas se den, que las cosas pasen. Y nosotros vamos a hacer nuestro trabajo y confiar en Dios.
First of all, I want to give you all a great show. I hope you all leave your TV sets the arena thinking, wow, what a great fight. And then whatever happens, happens. I'm going to go with the flow, rely on my training, and then hopefully I'm going to have my arm raised in the end.
That's the co-main of the night on Showtime Championship Boxing. And let's get to the main event. And what a main event we've got. We've got the former WBC Featherweight Champion, Magsayo, taking on the former 122-pound world champion, the WBC champion, the Heartbreaker himself, Brandon Figueroa. Both of these guys coming off really close losses, lost their titles, and now focused on getting the strap back now at 126 pounds for Brandon Figueroa. B, I'll start with you here. When you look at your opponent, Magsayo, he's coming off a loss against a long, rangy fighter. Brandon Figueroa is a long, rangy fighter. You would think on paper this is a recipe for success for Brandon Figueroa. What do you say?
I mean, yeah, I have all the abilities. I have the length, the size. You guys know I love to fight. I come to fight. I know a lot of people, even my dad tells me, use your jab, your distance. But to be honest, I love to fight. I go in there, love to dominate my opponent, break him down, and get him out of there. That's my job, is to go in there. I trained really hard, and I'm just looking to go in there and do what I do best, which is just break you down and dominate you.
Mark? Yes, sir. Last time we saw you, Ray Vargas, you heard Brandon say, look, I'm a long, rangy fighter as well. You tell us why this time it's going to be different against Brandon Figueroa.
First of all, good afternoon. First of all, I would thank God for everything and my team, Sergeant Gibbons, Al Haymon, for making this fight happen. For this fight, different because Ray Vargas is just running man, and this guy is a good fighter. He comes to fight, so it big difference. So to the last guy, I fought.
Listen, you know there's a nice Mexican Filipino type rivalry too when it comes to boxing. So what should fans expect when you two step into the ring on Saturday?
Expect that there's gonna bro fight there because Brandon Figueroa is not gonna back out, and I'm sure he's gonna come forward and he's gonna turn southpaw, everything. So I've been prepared for this fight. So we've been preparing for last year, October, until now. Yeah, we're ready, and this is a bro fight.
Brandon, you heard him. He said he's ready. He knows that you're going to come forward. He likes to come forward. Since you know you'll probably turn southpaw on him. What's your response to that?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to do everything it takes to win this fight. If I see that I'm boxing him well and that I'm winning, then I'm going to box. If I see that I can get on the inside and hurt him with those body shots, then I'm going to do so. I can fight lefty, righty. I have every ability to beat him, and I feel like Saturday night, everyone will see, and I'm coming with everything. I had to make a big statement for 126, and I want to leave my mark, and definitely want to win more titles, and just be one of the best.
Yeah, Mark. A lot of guys, man, have succumbed to the pressure of Brandon Figueroa. Is this a fight where you take the fight to him or what? Tell us why you won't succumb to the pressure of Brandon Figueroa on Saturday.
Whatever happens in that fight, what his style is gonna do, forward, backwards, everything, we're ready for that. We're prepared for that. And then I've been fighting a good fighter, like say as a good body puncher. I take a 95 solid body puncher in my stomach, and it's like, oh, hurt. But it's good. I can take it because I want to win.
Yeah. Tell me what is the statement you're trying to make Saturday night? Obviously, your last fight, you lost the title. I'm sure you want it back. What's the statement you're trying to send to the 126-pound division?
I'm not a big talker, and I'm not gonna talk too much, but there's gonna be a knockdown this fight, but we're ready for that.
B, he said there's gonna be a knockdown in this fight. He already said that, took that gut punch from Seha. I was like, oh, that hurt. We know you're known for body punches. Do you think a knockdown will come as opposed from something up top, but from the body?
Oh, man, just expect a great fight. I'm no Seha. I definitely hit way harder than him. You know, especially now in 126, I feel like I'm very strong, very powerful, and I feel like Saturday you guys will be surprised at how I'm gonna come prepared. You know, big shout out to Bob Santos, pound for pound. You know, they've welcomed us here in Las Vegas. I mean, not here in Las Vegas, but in Las Vegas, and it's been excellent. You know, we had a great training camp. Shout out to my family. Always had my back. My mom, my sister, my dad, Jesse Coronel, Isaac, Steph. You know, everyone that just follows me along, my family, I love them. My fans back home. And I just can't wait to go out there and give fans a great show. And for all my people, my Mexican people, Tamaulipas, Hispanos, you know, big shout out to you guys. And I just can't wait to get in there and mix it up with Mark. I know he's a great fighter. Shout out to the Philippines also. I know I have some fans in there. You know, what can I say? Nothing but respect for Mark. I'm just ready. And I just can't wait to give the fans a great show. So thank you guys.
Mark Magsayo, we'll wrap it up with this. For the people who will turn on Showtime Championship Boxing, folks who come out to the Toyota Center here in Ontario and pay their hard-earned money to come see you fight, what can you guarantee that they're going to get Saturday night when you take on Brandon Figueroa?
I guarantee that there's gonna be a great fight, a good fight, because Brandon Figueroa is prepared too. He's ready for this fight. He's ready for war, and I'm ready for war. So let's see Saturday night, and it's a good fight. The winner of this fight is the fans. So let's roll.
I love it. Brandon Figueroa, you get the final word. Same thing to you. For the folks who come out to this Toyota Center and turn on Showtime Championship Boxing, what can you guarantee they're going to get Saturday night?
You're going to get an early spring break action. You know, definitely. I know all these guys are hungry to fight, are hungry to win. And, you know, that's what boxing's about. You know, fighting the best of the best, getting the world titles, and leaving your name in the books. And I know all these guys here are ready. I'm ready. We're all focused. And, you know, now it all comes down to put it all together Saturday night and, you know, give fans a great show. That's what we're here.
It is the main event of the night. Two former world champions, Brandon Figueroa, Mark Magsayo, and then the co-main, the former unified champion, Swift Jarrett Hurd, Armando Reséndiz. And then we begin the night with a battle of unbeaten as Amilcar Vidal takes on that big punching young sensation in Elijah Garcia. Showtime Championship Boxing comes your way 6 o'clock Pacific time. That is 9 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget about our countdown show. You can see that at 3:30 Pacific. That is 6:30 Eastern time. You can check that out on our Showtime Sports YouTube page. Tickets are available. You can get them through Ticketmaster.com. Of course, everything goes down at the Toyota venue here in Ontario, California. And listen, folks, do not forget, it is the first of 9 events coming your way on the Showtime boxing calendar over the next 4 months. High stakes, meaningful fights coming your way. I'm Brian Custer. Thanks for watching. Guys, let's get a face-off. fight of the night, Amilcar Vidal, Elijah Garcia. A couple of unbeatens to start the show off. 16-0, 13-0. And now we get to the co-main. The former unified champion, Swift Jarrett Hurd, 24-2, 16 knockouts, taking on Armando Reséndiz, 13-1. He's got 9 knockouts. It is the co-main of the night. And now, the main event. Two former world champions here, folks. The former WBC 122-pound champion, the Heartbreaker Brandon Figueroa. The former WBC Featherweight champion, Magsayo, 23-1. He's got 16 knockouts. This is your entire card that comes your way Saturday night on SHOWTIME Championship Boxing. Three fights brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. Thank you, everyone.
When you're authentic to who you are, everything else will fall in place. People are gonna love, they're gonna hate, but you never know who's watching.
Everything I do, I want it to be as original as it can be.
Somebody did it like this, I'm gonna do it this much iller.
Who comes back and rescues himself?
This was our moment to let people know how we felt as a team.
We revolutionized this game with our influence.
Meanwhile, on Paramount Mountain.
Okay, we have the northern face, the southern face, and
The Sylvester Stallone face. Of course.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Is that Dad? Yeah.
No, don't sneeze.
Dear God, no.
Hold it.
hold it.
Don't do it. Go. Ha! Gesundheit. Thank you. You're welcome.
I've been investigating Ghostface attacks. He's here in New York.
Hello, Gail. Did you miss me?
You want to try and finish this? Go ahead.
I'm something different.
We've got to lure him in. We execute him.
Scream. Only in theaters March 10th.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a feeling that I don't want to feel again. That fight has taught me a lot, and I feel like I grew a lot from it.
Cool boy, Steph Steve.
I hate losing, but at the same time, I do appreciate my losses because I know that's where you learn the most.
Vargas now up by 1 on the unofficial scorecard.
And the new WWE.
Thought I won that fight. He's just trying to survive the rounds.
And just like that, it will not be the storybook ending that Magsayo was hoping for.
I am more hungrier than before. Now, I'm gonna prove them that I'm still here. I'm the best of the featherweight division.
You overcome that feeling by getting back to the gym and going back to the drawing board, and that's what this game is about. Boxing, life in general is about getting back on your feet and go at it again.
Figueroa looking to reverse his fortunes here.
Performance-wise, I feel like it was a good fight. Good jump to 126.
The referee steps in!
I definitely feel more stronger, powerful, more complete.
I need to do my best. It's my dream to become a world champion. I need to get that belt again and bring honor to the Philippines and my country.
My dream was just to be a boxer and be crowned 2-time world champion and not going for my 3rd belt. It's everything that I've asked for and more.